the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Sir Kayayei NPP Amanyukono led by Dr. Mamudu Bawumia by adeɛ baako a ɔfato ne ho so sɛ ɔno ebedi ho dwuma a ɔmfa eni agoropa Kayayeifoɔ a na ebi mu edede abɔnten during NDC Amanyukono time pines ɛna wɔn ɛtɔ wɔn so wɔn continue na wɔn ɛmfa ɛnsoa ɛnneɛma na Dr. Mamudu Bawumia ne NPP Amanyukono ɛwɔ aban mu no ɛna wɔn ɛde to wɔn ɛho sɛ through TVET technical and vocational education and training through that nti adeɛ sɛ wɔn ebetimi apensa no dwuma etimi ɛde ama Kayayeifoɔ yi na wɔn ayi wɔn afra bɔnten nneɛma so ɛso ano na wɔn so ɛnyansa no dwuma ɛde abɔ wɔn ɛbra na Kayayei on 2024 around May mu hɔ ɛna Dr. Mamudu Bawumia etimi ekoko bie Kayayei Empowerment Training Center etimi ewo Madina Accra eno branch a na ewo Accra other branches nso a ewo Ghana no adwuma na sa center na Dr. Mamudu Bawumia ekoko bie no adeɛ sɛ na eno etimi ewo 2 training rooms, 3 pantries, kitchen ewom, clinic ewom, 15 washrooms, 5 dormitories, fire extinguishers, CCTV, 24/7 security, ena afi aduane a Kayayeifoɔ no ebedi na aye anigye pa sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ha some of the videos no na Kayayeifoɔ no ani agye ohwɛ dan a osi ɛde ɛmɔɔmo a etwagu ɛdan fɛfɛɛfɛ a na ɛnyɛ asɛm kotoa na me na ɔkasa yi deɛ ayesu etimi ɛde ama Kayayeifoɔ no ni nyinaa ne sɛ NDC amanyuko no ɛba yɛsɛ bon asake sa Kayayeifoɔ yi etimi ɛde afiri Kayayei Training Center ɛdan yi mu na ntiremu ɛbɛn ɛna ɛwom Zongo youth ne nso akasa na de yɛnkɔ na enkotie wabra na wɔn ɛkasa.
Hi abusuan bi jete so bia ho ye na enya ne ntie sɛ NDC amanyuko na pamo enwanum Kayayeifoɔ na free dan na MPP amanyuko esima a wɔn so wɔn nkɔ hɔ nkɔgye ntete no ɛna me se ade Kayayeifoɔ mo nya Ghana fo Kayayeifoɔ no mo so mo deserve better omo ne ma papa mfata wo mo ana ɛdeɛ na Kayayeifoɔ de ayɛ NDC amanyuko because me ntie ase ye be NDC amanyuko ya ne ba ye no mo so mo begye Kayayeifoɔ tax eno mojo omoto yetimi twi Kayayeifoɔ ewo dwum saa MPP amanyuko ba wo se da bi Kayayei sika sen no munya ntimi nje omo tax bia owie no se da bi adwumaden ntimi nya nkwa awie enti wo bebie dan obesi dan na wo bie ntete ya bie bi wo hɔ de amomo wa wo pese wo gye ntete wo betimi akɔ hɔ sɛ wo bre Kayayei adwuma no ya na wo de sɛ adwuma no nso adidi ene ye nnuano NDC fo ba o mapa mo afiri hɔ. My question is a Kayayeifoɔ mo nya Ghana fo ana say ye betwe camera si anim ne ye ka eno a na se bi nya ye nnuano ma Zongo fo bia ba comment section ho abedi atem because o ma dwen ne say hana na MPP eno no ye NDC nti o ma me kwan ma menka mo na mo ye hypocrite if you don't know mo nnuano ma Kayayeifoɔ ne apamo mo no mo mra bonte meka bibi mfa ho akanfo sen no ho so mo ye Kayayei gift Esther sen no ho so mo so pan eye Kayayei ne mom Hannatu, Zainab, Aisha, Memuna, almost pine de bia, and with the Maya Dean Muslim come away. Ye baby say, ye be can't see my holiday, Namujin Hana Mubumo pa because ye my holidays na beside your say, a Zongo for saying here our holidays we. A Zongo for saying at office, na young pie at office no, ye were your side work a ye can office a Jumano. Aye, ye near Juma back. Meti hey so e di damp obi ba me ho sa agya me pemo ato a me bia ma na yimu na ma na asama koye sala. That is what we do. Maka haram ho no ba bia ka ba wo no empo no omo bie wo mo shops I just said ye tiem ekoye sala no ma lock ye wie ya omo bebie omo mpo na omo ye Islamic country no ade na mama NDC amanyaku no atiki and for granted sir eno mo nka hwe mfa ho ma ye quiet ye be kasa ye
Acting Judicial Secretary and your colleagues, we are here as citizens of Ghana, empowered, boldened, and encouraged by the Constitution to express our dissent and protest in a peaceful manner this morning we are before you. And our mission is very simple. To protest at the executive intimidation, interference, and the attack on your very institution. We are political actors. The judiciary is supposed to be a neutral actor in this democratic discourse. The judiciary is our last hope. And we believe that what is happening undermines our democracy and the rule of law. For the Chief Justice to be singled out for this unfortunate attack, flimsy, pedestrian petition, the Council of State has failed the country. And we want you as an institution to put aside your individual differences and know that it is your institution that is under attack. Maybe today is Tokonu, tomorrow my respected friend, it may be you. You don't serve at the whims and caprices of a political party and a government. If you wanted to be a politician, you would have been in a political party. So this exercise is to protect this very institution. What is happening to her leadership is repugnant to good conscience. This government is to focus its attention on governance and not to be attacking actors who are non-partisan. We become aware that the very government that criticized the increase in the number of judges to the bench has suddenly appointed 7 more judges to the Supreme Court. You and I know, you are a judicial secretary, you've been in the service for long. You know the process of nominating judges to the Supreme Court is not what has been used. Normally, the nominations come, the Judicial Council deliberates. It is not given a timeline. Then they would make a recommendation to the president, who will now go through the Council of State. Then eventually, it gets to Parliament. So this reset is a negative reset. And we are calling on each and every one of you, from the acting CJ, acting Judicial Secretary, or Judicial Service staff, or judges, that don't be comfortable and think that maybe you are benefiting from it. So as the Akan adage goes, Okoto di Anubuje, Ayenyantia di Onko. In other words, it is somebody, it is not you. I also want to take this opportunity on behalf of my colleagues here to draw the attention of the nation to come to terms with the fact that there must be an end to bitterness. If this vicious cycle of you did it to me, I will do it to you continues, there will be no further hope for our democracy. Which means that in 2028, you, who may be acting Judicial Secretary, will now be looked at with a partisan lens. No. Because come what may, 2028, there will be a change in government. There would be. There would be. So I am humbly, as a practitioner of the court, I'm humbly calling on all judges, all Judicial Service staff, to think deep about tomorrow. Not to be too comfortable, because today some government officials are promising Judicial Service staff and the judges of promotion. So you are comfortable, you don't want to speak up. We will speak up for the sake of posterity. We will speak up for the sake of posterity. And then again, we have seen a sudden intimidation of judges. So there is fear. Look at this Kwabena Dubuayin case, for instance. A judge is transferred, and when somebody is on bail, now the Attorney General is able to say that there are some exceptional circumstances that the person must be remanded, and a judge, a high court judge, decides to say, I'm remanding a state intelligence official, somebody who has committed 20 years of his adult life to serve the state as an intelligence officer, is thrown back to on remand, and a judge sat and said he's granting the wishes of the Attorney General. Really? What is happening? Let's be careful. As a nation, all we have is our democracy. Should things get out of hand, we may not be able to control it. So I'm signaling us as a political class, we need to proceed with caution. All of us. We shouldn't take their power for granted. There is unemployment on the street. The youth of Ghana need employment. The NDC government itself has already failed in its main promise to the Ghanaian people, 24-hour economy. It was not contained in the SONA. It was not contained in the budget statement. And they are busy with resources to attack the Chief Justice, sacking senior military officers. Youth who have been employed in the public service and in SOEs are being asked to go home. We now have two Ghana. The Ghana for the NDC that is in government, and then a Ghana for others who are seen as enemies. This is not a revolution, it's a democracy. So my respected colleague, I am humbly, on behalf of your fellow citizens, presenting this petition to you as a judicial secretary for you to deliberate upon it, read the content, table it before the Judicial Council. Every staff, every member of the judiciary must read this and let your conscience prick you, so that you would also be the next to protest and do a sit-down strike, because it has happened before. When Georgina Wood came under attack, Sh0cks rose to defense. The Judges and Magistrates Association rose to a defense, and that stopped the Ataman's government. The time again has come for you, the judiciary, to rise. Don't be comfortable because it is Tokonu. Don't be comfortable because you have your own grievances, because you also have a party interest, because the attack is benefiting you. No. Be with that attitude of touch one, touch all. Rather, pray that a fair system is created for all to benefit. Thank you so much indeed. I pray that this petition will achieve its purpose. Thank you so much. God bless our homeland Ghana. Arise, Ghana, you for your God.
The ballot box, but make no mistake, President Mahama and his party have no respect for the constitution that made that possible. They speak of accountability, but what do they think they are doing, and who do they think they are fooling? The Attorney General, far from being guardian of justice, has been reduced to a partisan tool, sweeping away prosecutions against NDC officials who allegedly were involved in all manner of malfeasance during the first administration of President Mahama. Now entangled in a web of allegations and counter-allegations, he has become a perfect reflection of the regime's decay, a symbol not of peace, but of what's in high office. They now choose which judge to sit on a particular case, and we've seen the transfer of a particular judge to preside on the case. An example again is Mr. How a suspect who is on bail could be remanded in custody because the Attorney General claims that the accused is doing something untoward. This is an example of what the NDC is up to. No more justice, but intimidation and what the government wants. And the president himself, this is a man who boldly vowed to sanction any appointee who failed to comply with the constitutional mandate, declare asset before assuming public office. Yet, days after credible reports revealed that dozens of ministers and other appointees had flouted this obligation, Mr. President remains silent, lacking the courage to act. Instead of upholding the Constitution, his government issues weak denials and evasive statements, shielding the lawless while persecuting the principal. They recently attacked our brother, John Nsem-Pii, for speaking out. They claim he has to be reporting to the NIB for what offense? This is not leadership. It is conspiracy of impunity, a cabal determined to protect its own and crush all who dare to hold them accountable. Let us be clear. This is not politics as usual. This is a dangerous, coordinated attack on Ghana's constitutional democracy. And that is why we march today. We march to resist the rise of a new oppressor and an oppressive regime. One who wears the cloth of democracy but governs with the spirit of dictatorship. We march not as partisans but as patrons. We march because the Constitution demands it. Article after article of our supreme law enjoins us to defend the Republic not with arms but with truth, courage and lawful resistance. We must be vigilant. We must be relentless. We must use every constitutional tool at our disposal to oppose this descent into despotism. Every citizen who cherishes freedom must rise, loud, bold, and fearless. We must organize, mobilize, and strategize until this diabolical agenda is brought to its knees. We say to the judiciary, your first duty is the Constitution, not to this government, not to any president, not to any party. Woe and allegiance to the Republic and its people. In these trying times, we do not ask you to take sides. We ask you to stand fair, to stand for justice, stand for Ghana, and know this, you are not alone. We stand with you, and will not falter until judicial independence is restored and protected always. Let history record that in the darkest of times, we did not cower to the whims of a despotic ruler and its government in a democratic attack. Let it be said that when Ghana's democracy bled, we did not look away. We stood up. We fought back with valor and reclaimed our republic. May God bless our struggle. May God bless our constitution. And may God bless the Republic of Ghana and make her great and strong. Thank you very much.
So we'll now take
Mr. Clerk to Parliament, on behalf of the demonstrators, the petitioners, and all patriots who have gathered here today, I place in your hand our petition. This is the second for the day. The first was to the Judicial Secretary for onwards transmission to the Judicial Council. This is the second to another co-equal arm of states, an equal arm of government, Parliament. Receive it to be transmitted to the Speaker for further deliberations on the floor of the House. Thank you so much indeed. And we promise one more time that this is going to be a peaceful demonstration. No violence intended. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Myself and my colleagues have received the petition on behalf of Right Honourable Speaker and will accordingly transmit it to the Right Honourable Speaker for appropriate action. And let me assure you that we will do the needful on our part. Because the Speaker is the Speaker of the House. And I believe we will also do the needful. On that note, we thank all of you. Thank you.